Hey, what's up everyone? It's Steph from Steph Lee Films. Welcome to another episode of Master the Extreme. So what is this Master the Extreme series all about? In this series, I talk about basic use of the Atem Mini Extreme and how it has greatly enhanced my production work and hopefully yours too. So coming up in the next few weeks, I will be releasing videos that teach you how to use the Extreme or how I use the Extreme for my jobs, sharing little tips and tricks along the way. So do stay tuned. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do. In today's episode, I will talk about how to display a lower third graphics and your logo together during a live stream or production. So almost a year ago, I released a similar video using the Atem Mini Pro, and you can check it out here. But back then, there was no Atem Mini Extreme. There was only one downstream key and one upstream key on the Atem Mini Pro, and it was sort of a workaround to getting that effect. But 1 year later, Blackmagic Design released the Extreme model, which has two downstream keys. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Okay, so first of all, what is a downstream key, also known as DSK on your Atem Mini console? In live production terminology, this is a key applied after everything else. So you can add static elements like logos and lower thirds and supers, since the logo will remain superimposed on top of virtual sets or other composited elements. Something like this. So now let's get down to creating a lower third and a logo. I will be using Adobe Photoshop to create a PNG image. In simple terms, a PNG image is basically a graphic that has a transparent background. So click on File, New, and create a 1920 by 1080 pixels image. I usually leave the resolution to be 100 pixels per inch and leave the color mode to RGB 8-bit. Select the background to be transparent and color profile to be sRGB. Click Create. Type in your text. And here I will put in my name. Then create a new layer and use the regular marquee tool to create a box around the text and fill it up with the paint bucket tool. At this point, make sure your Atem Mini is already connected to your computer by either a USB-C cable or an Ethernet cable. Then click on File, Export, and select Atem Switcher Media Pool. So what's great about this is that Photoshop has an integration directly with Atem, so you can directly load the PNG image that you have just created directly into your Atem Mini. I named this image Lower Third 1. Select Media Pool Location for 1 and that under After Export, set it to Media Player 1. Then click Export. Now open up the Atem Software Control Panel and you can see that under Media, the image that you have just created is assigned to Media Player 1 or MP1. Nice. Repeat the same process to create your logo, and this time, set it to Media Player 2 when you export it. Now you can see we have both the lower third and the logo assigned nicely to the Atem Mini as our two downstream keys. Okay, so how do I use this, or how do you use this in a real life scenario? So say for example, you have a conference that you're streaming live at a venue where there are more than one speaker presenting. So in pre-production, I would create more lower thirds using the same process discussed previously. So back in Photoshop, I will create another PNG image, and this time, when I export it into the Atem Mini, I will save it in the third slot, and after export, do nothing. So go back to the Atem Mini Media tab, and you can see under slot 1, we have the gold bar with the name Steph Lee, and under slot 3, we have the blue bar with Atem Lee. So during your live stream, when speaker Steph Lee comes on, you can click on air or auto under DSK1 to display his name. Then wait for a couple of seconds, then click again to let it disappear. The difference between on air and auto is that on air is a hard cut, while auto has a fade in and fade out effect. I personally prefer the auto mode. Okay, at this point, some of you might be thinking it's easier to use macros, but macros is for another video coming up in the next few weeks. So back to this video. So once the speaker starts talking, you can work on the next lower third image to prepare for the next speaker. Go back to your media tab and drag the image from slot 3 to the media player 1 MP1 or still 1 placeholder. Go back to the switcher tab and you are ready to hit the auto button under DSK1. Once the next speaker comes on, click on auto and the new lower third is displayed. So there you have it, a simple Master the Extreme video to show you how to use both DSK buttons on the Atem Mini Extreme for your live productions. Again, I've mentioned this, I know there are a lot of other methods to do this, for example using macros or the chroma key with Keynote, but the purpose of this episode is to let you understand the basics behind the 2 downstream key buttons on the Atem Mini Extreme now. I've always said that only by understanding and mastering the basics of how the Atem Mini functions, you will be able to create more amazing effects and fully optimize and harness the power of the Extreme. And most importantly, you will be able to troubleshoot any problems that crop up during your live stream simply because you know the basics. Before I end this video, I would like to say it really means a lot to me if you found any of the information I shared today useful and if you can give this video a like. So it encourages me to continue making such videos for you. If not, feel free to leave them in the comments below so I can work on my future video content to bring you something that you like. If you want to learn more about photography and videography or learn how to master the Atem Mini Extreme like this episode, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell. And of course, since you're here, check out 2 of my other videos here. And as always, if you have any questions, please let me know.